kind introduction, and also you explore my age as well. But Alhamdulillah, we are in the same department and we are in the same footstep, taking care of Nabic for total last 30 years. Alhamdulillah, 33 years actually. So as you saw now, Abu Bakr already mentioned some part of the history of Nabic. So I will not go details of that history, but I will try to go over some of the projects that we are doing in Bangladesh as well as in the US. So, over the last 33 years, Nabic has many projects. I mean, you can say like small projects, big projects, but we have many projects actually. And we divide our project in 5 major areas. We start with relief and rehabilitation. We have education, we have elevation of poverty and community development, and last but not least, healthcare. So we start with the relief and rehabilitation. And when you talk about Bangladesh, we all understand this is the most important project maybe that we are running. So I'm kind of not see the screen, so it's kind of difficult for me to go through what's going on there. So pardon me for that. So every year we face flood, winter, cyclone, and every time, alhamdulillah, we try to be there with your help, with your support, with your concern. We always try to be there. Bigger scale, smaller scale. Like last year, when we have the Sylhet flood, alhamdulillah, we have been there. We feed people every day, over thousands of meal for every for city like Sylhet, and we expand for a month or so. So alhamdulillah, we blessed to serve the community. And then comes the pandemic time. We have been there, especially that we keep that tradition of supporting the poor people during the Ramadan, and that's what we did also last year. So we would like to continue this tradition to offer the food for the poor during the month of Ramadan. And when you talk about the relief and rehabilitation, now we are dealing with Rohingya crisis in Bangladesh. And we know, we have seen that over 1 million people actually living in a very congested area in 16 camps where they are living a very poor life. I mean, I don't know what type of life I can explain there. I have visited a few times, and whenever I go there, one thing I can see that is missing is a hope. They don't have any hope for their life. They don't know what is coming. They don't know what is waiting for the life. The way we raise our kids, we are waiting when they will finish their education, they will become something. Or I don't know what they are thinking, to be honest with you. And when you complain, these Rohingyas are doing this and that, but we really need to understand their situation. With the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and your support, the most important thing that we are doing for them is healthcare. We are actually providing a center, which is we call Health Post, where we are helping 200 patients every day. We have 3 doctors over there, we have 3 supported doctors as well, and the good thing is we have lady doctors. And these sisters, these Rohingya sisters, are alhamdulillah very much practicing. So when we have all 3 female doctors, it helps us a lot. Those sisters are much more comfortable to come to the center and seen by the doctors. So compared to any other center, alhamdulillah, this center is running very well. We also have the water. We used to work with sanitation. We used to have those tube wells that we established, and alhamdulillah, government took a strong step, and they are trying to provide better quality of food, water. So we are getting out of that water, or tube well establishing in the Rohingya camp. At the same time, we are also providing the clothing, the thing that the newborn may need. We are providing the health hygiene material for the sisters. We are trying to provide the support for the disabled. And the most important thing I would say, education for the children. We have started with 5 centers. And now, alhamdulillah, after COVID, at some point it was closed, and then when we tried to start over, we have some difficulties, and then we decided to open our new school, our own school. We built this school within the criteria that were allowed in the Rohingya camp, where we are now serving 500 children, and we are providing them 1 meal per day. So that brings them very much happy, and then bring them to the school as well. So with that, as you can see, we have different activities for Rohingya, but mainly right now we are continuing with education, We are doing the healthcare, and also we are working on the health hygiene. So, as you can see, we are working for this revival of Rohingya people. The next area we are working on is the education. We have, as Abu Bakr mentioned, one of the most important educational program that we are working on right now is the ethics education. And as we already went through details, I will not go through that. The other area that we are working on is the computer literacy center. We have established 15 computer literacy centers in the rural schools, and then we have smart classrooms that we have 9 smart classrooms also for the rural schools. We support the travel grant for the students who qualify to participate in the international computer programming, and also sometimes we support the travel grant for the Lindau Laureate program. The next area, I believe the next area we will be talking about is the elevation of poverty and community development. This is the project I believe we all are very much aware of and you have been seeing. One thing I would like to mention here, like when you see the Nabic project, you may not see many new projects or something new. You may say like the same thing again and again. The most important point here is wherever we go, we stay with them. We just don't go there for a few months and then we just leave the place and go other place and start on the project. Rather we stay with them, we make sure this is established, and like project like Safe Home for Girls, we went there in 2004 or 5 I believe, and then they get their registration, and alhamdulillah we have been starting this community. We have been starting these girls. We know girls, I would say sisters, who finish their whole education from this center, not one, many of them, alhamdulillah. They have finished their education from this center, and alhamdulillah they are now earning member of their family. Some of them got married. I saw one girl last time when I went there. I think it's going back. Anyway, I saw one girl who last time when I went there, and alhamdulillah she got married and still she is working for this center. So it is really encouraging that they are part of this Safe Home for Girls, and they feel much more empowered when they come to the center and also work for the center as well as for the clinic. While we are waiting for this project to come back, I would like to go another project which you may be aware of. That is the project in Gabuda. Many of you may remember the cyclone Cedar, cyclone Ida in 2008, 2009, I believe. And this whole area, the Sundarban area and this area next to Sundarban, is a huge union called Gabuda. This union was actually totally flooded with the salt water. So they lost not only their, I would say everything, but also they lose their drinking water, the water that they can drink. So we went to this community. We first start with the water facility. We take pond for them. We establish filter water for these people. We start supporting, sponsoring children. Currently we are sponsoring 300 children from this community. And then the other important thing is, for this community, as they are next to Sundarban, the main source of income for this group is to go to Sundarban and work well there. And many of them never come back. So in this community we are serving many children who lost their father or someone else when they went to Sundarban. And also somehow this community also has many disabled children as well. So among these 300 children that we are serving, I believe we have 35 disabled children as well in this community that we are working on. So you can see that water that we are providing, and also we are training those poor neighbor or poor community to become an earning member of their family. I think this is here. We teach them as they can earn, and also so far I believe we have over 200 families that we have trained in that community, and I think that need is severe and we will continue to do that inshallah. So the next area I will talk about is not about the healthcare. And I have a small video. I don't know if I can run that video, and then that will save some time as well. So we may not hear the sound. I think the sound didn't connect, but at least we can run the video.